Like and subscribe right now, or this spider will crawl in your face while you're sleeping. 10 unbelievable animals that saved people's lives. It's no secret that we share this planet with billions of creatures that are of different species. While some of them are cold and honestly really don't care whether human beings exist or not, others have a very close association to the human race. As a matter of fact, these animals have even rescued the lives of people in some of the most spectacular ways. In today's video, we'd like to take this opportunity to review some of the most exciting stories on animals that have done spectacular things on this planet. While some of these stories have never made it to the front page of the newspapers, they will definitely put a smile on your face and make you believe that this world is a better place. It goes to show that humans are not the only creatures that have the capability of showing acts of kindness and bravery. There are animals out there that are just as kind and altruistic as we are. Yes, there are humans living today that are still living and breathing because of being saved by animals that made the decision to rescue their lives in the deepest, darkest hour. With this in mind, let's take a look at 10 animals that honestly deserve a Medal of Valor for risking their lives, or taking action to rescue a human being. Number 10. William the Parrot. A parrot might seem like an unlikely creature to be made a hero of the day, but one parrot proved the size doesn't matter. Yes, there is a hero that lives inside us all. That hero goes by the name of Willie, a parrot that noticed that the 2-year-old girl of the family he belongs to, Hannah, was choking. According to the events that transpired, Hannah's mother was in the bathroom when Willie started screaming all over the place and flapping his wings loudly, like he had never done before. When the mother heard the bird screaming "Mommy baby," she got worried and got out of the bathroom. That's when the mother came and saw Hannah with a blue face. She administered first aid to the child and the child survived. Goes to show you that you should never underestimate your pet, regardless of its size. Number 9. Lulu the Vietnamese pig. Joanne Altsman collapsed to the ground one day like any other. A senseless pain hit her chest. She was a victim of a cardiac arrest. Alone at home, she would have definitely left this world if she hadn't received the assistance of her Vietnamese pig named Lulu. The pig, seeing her mistress twisting in pain on the ground, came out of the house at full speed. She did not hesitate to block traffic by laying down on the road to alert someone so that they could help her mistress. Refusing to accept no for an answer, she relentlessly tried to get help while walking back home with the sole purpose of watching over Joanne, and then rushed back to the street to alert someone. Her efforts were certainly not in vain. One person finally stopped and followed the Vietnamese pig that led him to her mistress lying on the floor. The Good Samaritan immediately called for help, which eventually saved her life. Heck, Joanne is lucky to be in the company of Lulu, because without her, she would no longer be alive. So, Lulu the Vietnamese pig deserves to be on our list of animals that saved people's lives. Number 8. Mandy, the goat that stayed around. Imagine you're a farmer waking up on a day like any other to go tend to your farm. While working, you accidentally trip and fall on a manure pile, breaking your hip. Because your farm is isolated, chances are slim that someone will come looking for you soon. So what do? Just give up? Not if you're the type of farmer that has a goat like Mandy. This brilliant goat right here took care of her owner for an astonishing 5 days. She cuddled up next to him at night to make sure he kept warm, and even allowed Osborne, the farmer, to feed on her milk to keep nourished. Now that's a goat you don't take to the slaughterhouse. Number 7. Jambo, the remarkable gorilla parent. Jambo is a silverbacked gorilla from the Jersey Zoo. After a child fell into his pen, Jambo immediately came to his rescue, caressing his back as if to tell him that everything will be fine. He didn't only move by his side to protect him from the aggressiveness of his fellow companions, but when the little boy woke up and began to cry, Jambo led his counterparts away, allowing rescuers to intervene. Animals like Jambo need to have statues built for them in the zoos that they live in. Number 6. Lefty the personal bodyguard. 4 burglars broke into a house and were armed to the tooth, looking to rob a place for everything they have. They were aggressive and did not hesitate to shoot the owner of the premises, who certainly would have died if Lefty the owner's dog hadn't thrown himself on the bullet path to protect him from the impact of the bullet. This shadow hero suffered a very serious injury and unfortunately had to have one leg amputated because of human greed and aggression. But he is alive and definitely protected his owner from certain death. Isn't it a beautiful story of animals that saved lives? The day that Lefty dies, he should definitely go straight to dog heaven. But Lefty is just one of many stories of dogs that have saved humans from some of the most sticky or threatening situations. Number 5. Toby the Dr. Golden Retriever. When you hear stories such as these, you truly believe the phrase that goes, "Man is dog's best friend." Good old Toby had never studied medicine. However, he managed to perform the Heimlich maneuver. His mistress was choking to death with a piece of apple stuck in her throat. Toby did not hesitate and pressed her firmly on the chest, which eventually dislodged the piece of apple killer. Legend has it that once his mistress could breathe, our dear Toby never stopped licking the face of his lucky mistress. As you know, Golden Retrievers are one of the smartest dog breeds in the world. In fact, some tests were done on these dogs and they were discovered to have the emotional intelligence of a 3-year-old baby. Number 4. MILA the Savior Beluga. A girl named Yang Yun was participating in a banal apina competition in a beluga whale pond in China. Everything seemed to be going well until she suddenly felt her legs give away. And then she started drowning. It was sad to see her drinking so much water, and on the verge of moving on to the afterlife. But suddenly, MILA the Savior Beluga came out of nowhere to rescue her, grabbing her leg with her jawbone and swiftly taking her back to the surface so that she could breathe. If it wasn't for MILA, Yang Yun would not have lived to see another day. Number 3. 3 Guardian Lions. Now, this is one of the most fascinating stories of animals rescuing human beings that I've ever come across. The lion, which is the largest land predator in Africa, is known to hunt and consume about 200 adults every year. With the strength and aggression to take down a full-grown buffalo bull, male lions are undoubtedly the kings of the savannah, so you can only imagine how fast they would be to take a little girl, right? Now, this story takes place in 2012, where a young African girl was kidnapped by 7 men and left for dead in the forest because she refused to marry her suitor. The police conducted a search to find the young lady, and after a day of intense searching, they found her. The young woman was protected by 3 lions standing guard, as if they were guard dogs. In view of the positive outturn, our 3 Savannah Kings left as if they had fulfilled their mission, which begs the question, how did the girl manage to make the lions protect her? And now we've come to the best pick of the day. It's one of the cutest moments captured on camera. This little girl right here has bonded so much with her horse, she's practically taught it how to give her a hug. Yes, horses are also some of the most sentimental creatures in the animal kingdom. It's obvious that she's the one that probably feeds him, brushes his hair, and rides him every day. But taking care of a horse is a big responsibility. Nevertheless, it seems like she's doing a great job considering how big and healthy the horse looks. Makes you want to have a horse of your own just like this one, right? But you better be prepared to part with a fortune because horses can be very expensive. Number 2. KABANG the Heroic Dog. KABANG managed to save the life of a little girl and her master's niece by only listening to her instinct. She pushed the little girl and woman out of the way of a car that was coming in the opposite direction. KABANG has received very serious injuries, but with the help of donations from all over the world, she's undergone surgery and can now enjoy a happy life accompanied by her master and those 2 human beings she saved at the risk of her own life. Number 1. An Elephant Lifeguard. This is undoubtedly the most touching story of animal rescue that I've ever seen in my life. I guess it's true what they say. Elephants are some of the smartest animals on the planet. In fact, Amber Mason owes her survival to the generosity and liveliness of a 4-year-old elephant. During the terrible 2004 tsunami that ravaged Indonesia's coastline, when the giant wave struck, the elephant took Amber on his back and ran her to higher ground. When the wave crashed on them with all of its power, the elephant turned his back to create a wall to protect the fortunate Amber Mason. And just like that, this Indian elephant enabled a little girl to grow up and chase her dreams. And with that being said, we've come to the end of this video. So, which one of these awe-inspiring animal rescues touched you the most? Be honest, at least one of them made you run a tear down your cheek. Let us know in the comment section down below. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and click on that notification bell to get more enriching video content.